After Bitcoin has seen a significant breakdown, we are right now consolidating in maybe one of the most important consolidation phases Bitcoin has created so far this year. And on today's update video, I will be exactly talking about my price targets of this exact pattern, what is most likely going to be happening next, and I will be exactly discussing the most important charts, the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, the ETF flows, and many more very important charts that are telling us something about what is about to be happening next here. So without any further ado, don't forget to once again slap up that like button back above 1000 likes. That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And yes, a couple days ago I discussed the breakdown of this pattern right here, and ever since Bitcoin has seen a significant dump towards the downside. And basically, if I'm looking at Bitcoin right now, we have broken below my very important horizontal support target, which is trading around 68 to 67,000 US dollars. And yes, ever since we broke below this level, we basically broke below this very important consolidation phase that we created. And right now Bitcoin is of course not necessarily going to be having a lot of support below it. And since we are right now on the imminent short term, once again creating a lower high structure, we are most likely going to be seeing this trend continue. But what I want you to understand is that currently we are probably in a larger consolidation phase, and right now the support that we're trading on is going to be absolutely crucial for Bitcoin to hold, because yes, the support we're trading on is of course this daily support target that you can see here on the symmetrical triangle. And basically, as long as we're holding up this level, things are still looking okay. But as soon as we do break below this potential upward sloping support line, we could potentially start to see a breakdown of this symmetrical triangle, which has been consolidating for days right now in a row. And to be exact, this symmetrical triangle on Bitcoin has been consolidating for over 30 days in a row right now. And yes, the breakdown target or breakout target are going to be quite significant. But if Bitcoin were to be losing support, the target from the symmetrical triangle is all the way down on 55,000 US dollars, which is of course quite a significant drop towards the downside. And if you've been following the channel, I have set up multiple buy orders around $60,000, $59,000, and $58,000. So if Bitcoin were to be dropping in any case, I am going to be definitely a buyer. But of course, if Bitcoin potentially bounces from off this level and moves towards the upside, we could also still see a potential bullish breakout. And in this case, if we're going to be getting a bullish breakout, the price target for Bitcoin is going to be sitting somewhere around 86,000 US dollars. But honestly, I am very bullish on Bitcoin right now, and I don't believe that this is the right time to be bearish. However, if we get any retracement right now in this market, I would approach it as an opportunity. And yes, if I'm currently looking at the liquidation heat map, we can currently see that more than $1 billion US dollars worth of liquidations on the short side is piling up around 72,000 US dollars. So there is a lot of short liquidations piling up above us. And so far, we've not grabbed this liquidity yet, but of course, it's going to be inevitable that we're going to be grabbing this liquidity, and that would cause, of course, Bitcoin to create a massive short squeeze. So I'm going to keep all my eyes wide open on this level. And yes, if Bitcoin still were to be seeing a little bit of a bigger correction, maybe we're still going to get that 20% correction I've talked about for many times before. And a 20% correction is indeed maximum opportunity in my opinion. And if that were to be happening, I'm going to be opening up a new trade on Bitcoin. And yes, guys, if you're interested in trading, make sure to go to the link description of today's video. Because if you right now sign up an account to Margex, you can trade with 100x leverage and get a free $50 by just signing up. And if you use the code CryptoRover while creating an account in the referral code, you will get an even additional 50 US dollars after you've made a deposit of $100. So if you are interested in trading, Margex is the best place to do it. You can trade Bitcoin, different kinds of altcoins, and it's super simple to set up trades. You can use the limit or market order, isolated trades, or cross margin. So if you're interested in trading leverage, check out Margex in the link description of today's video. Going further in towards the content, Bitcoin is trying to find some support once again on that 0.236 on that Fibonacci we've set up many times before. And you can see that last time around, of course, we failed to hold it eventually. We broke below and we just didn't hit my other target, sitting around 60,000 US dollars. But currently, once again, Bitcoin is exactly bouncing from that 0.236 target again, like it did as well in the past. So interesting to see the Bitcoin is exactly getting supported by this exact support level here. And honestly, if I'm going to be looking at Bitcoin at the previous cycle, last cycle indeed we didn't close the weekly candle above all-time high before going absolutely exponential. But what you have to understand is that indeed we saw in approximately 4 weeks of consolidation, and the candles were going upwards basically, and we're seeing something very similar right now. We're seeing 4 weeks of consolidation, and of course the candles are still going upwards, but of course in a very slight trajectory. So Bitcoin indeed is still consolidating below all-time highs, and just like we had in 2020, it took us on approximately 4 to 5 weeks of consolidation before absolutely blast off was there. And right now, if I'm going to be looking at this consolidation phase, it is currently lasting for an approximately 21 days here. So yes, as soon as we are going to be breaking out of this region, and as soon as this consolidation phase is over, and I would really approach this symmetrical triangle as my main consolidation phase target. As soon as we break out of it, I think we're going to be going exponential, whether it's going to be upwards or downwards. But you have to understand that currently we're only 17 days out before the next Bitcoin halving. And historically speaking, if we're looking at the data, yes, Bitcoin always goes exponential after the halving. So this is something that you need to analyze, but always Bitcoin goes the most exponential after the halving and not before. And all we're seeing right now is just maybe a slight little pre-halving dip, which we have seen in many occasions before as well. We saw that in 2016, but of course eventually that was the biggest buying opportunity ever, because that was before the big bull market started. Then we saw it also in 2020, a slight rejection for 4 weeks in a row. And right now we're just seeing Bitcoin once again seeing a slight little rejection before the halving is there. And this is once again an indication that we're about to be having another gigantic move on Bitcoin right here. You have to understand, only 17 days out before the supply creation is going to get cut in half. This is going to be reducing sell pressure, reducing supply creation, and ultimately increasing the scarcity effect on Bitcoin. So yeah, please don't lose the focus right now on Bitcoin, because this is quite massive. Maybe one of my biggest trades I'm currently taking, and I'm actually thinking to sell off even more Bitcoin to be buying more Ethereum right now in this stage in the market, because Ethereum of course has not been performing well at all in my opinion. And honestly, I do believe that in the bull market Ethereum is going to be outperforming Bitcoin, and that we're right now maybe at that starting point where this big reversal could be starting to be happening. And yes, once this reversal does happen, I think a big move is going to come here, and I do think that Ethereum is going to be benefiting massively from it. So I've already sold a lot of my Bitcoin for Ethereum approximately over here, but most likely I'm going to do even more over here. So yeah, this is my strategy. This is what I'm thinking about the market right now here. I truly hope you did learn something from it. Right now, all we're seeing is another consolidation phase, but you have to understand that things are about to get very wild anytime soon here. And once I'm talking about wild, I'm talking about these very fast moves towards the upside. And you have to understand that Bitcoin indeed increased over 100% in just a matter of an approximately 40 days here. And yes, we're just seeing a 30-day consolidation phase, which is not bad at all. But within moments, we are most likely going to be seeing that next big exponential rally for Bitcoin, and that is where you should be preparing yourself for right now. So this was it for me in today's update video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.